Hey everyone. So first off, a little bit of an update. The practice lock giveaway at the tool meeting went great. I came in with 17 of these things and I left with only 4 of them. So that went really well. They all went to brand new pickers. They actually had a little competition to see who could pick theirs the fastest, and everybody got to take them home, and even if they didn't open them, they got to keep working on them. So it was pretty cool. I'm glad that that worked out as well as it did. So it being Stock Lock Sunday, and I was commenting on Chris Capoon. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Please correct me if I'm wrong. He did a video on some American Lockwoods lately, and I told him that I had this thing here. So this is a 7-pin American Lockwood cylinder with a really strange keyway and key shape. So if you can see that little T at the top of the keyway there, let's see if we can make this light a little better. So you see the way that keyway is shaped there, and this thing is essentially 0-bitted, but the key and the pins sit below that little T. I have no idea what the purpose of that is. I don't know if it's there to like prevent top of the keyway tension or something, but I mean it doesn't really do anything because top of the keyway still works just fine. So I wanted to key this up, but I don't know what that's for, and I don't want to go cutting at this key until, and wipe all those away until I know what the purpose of that is. So if anybody has any information, I would greatly appreciate it. So now, to purpose of this video, when I got that parking meter lock the other day, I also got a bunch of these original Ace locks, and I use Ace 2s all the time, and I don't encounter Ace 1s very often, so I was curious as to what the difference was. So I went ahead and I drilled the retaining pins out of all of these back here, and after I pick both of these, we're gonna open them up and see what the difference is. See what's inside there. Alright, so I'm gonna be using this Sparrow's goat wrench, designed by Lock Noob and Sparrows, and just a broken off. Actually, I think this is one of the SS Dev picks in 25,000s. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, getting some bad shadows there. I guess that's a little better. That's not the best. Sorry about that. Want some counter rotation on the core on that one. I think these old Aces have some like mushroom shaped pins in them. I guess we'll see here in a minute. go. Alright, there's that one. Yeah, I wish that light would stay a little better. I think my phone's trying to autofocus. Yep. Alright. Let's see what we can do with this one. Alright, there's that one. Alright, so let's go back here. Take some of these guys apart. And I'll get close-ups on everything too. Alright, so I guess I should start with the ace ones. One of these is missing a pin. Come on, buddy. There we go. Yeah, that one is the one that's missing a pin. Alright, so I'll start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get off of there. That's all of our key pins. So now let's drop this guy down. Get to our drivers. Oh, I wonder if that is the key pin or the driver for number 1 there. This thing does not want to come apart. Let's see if I can get them out like this. So I know they're all about the same size. I should have just taken them out the same holes, honestly. Alright, that was that guy. Whoops. There There's that key pin I was missing, I think. That looks more like a driver, though. I think we'll figure that out here in a minute. Hopefully the other ones won't be this difficult to take apart. You know what? I got another one that I can take apart easily. So I'm just going to take this one apart as quick as I can. Man, what a struggle here. Alright, you know what? Just go ahead and take apart this other one. That's why I did 2 of each. Had no idea what was going to happen. Okay. So let's hope this one goes better. Yep, this is another Ace 1. Oops. I think some of the pins might have flown around in there. But that's alright, as long as we know what's what. Yep, there goes all the key pins. And all the, let's just do this. These things are just way too seized up from all the use over the years out in the weather. I think these were actually in old parking meters also. Let's see. You know what? Out of all those, I can definitely make a lock. Looks like that is empty. Alright, let's get this done. Sorry about the disastrous gutting job. Alright, so we have a spooled driver. We have a T-pin. This looks like a key pin. They have all those spooled key pins. They're like mushroom tapered key pins. And I think looks like the drivers are balanced. Okay. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not sure what's what here. I think that I actually have a couple of extra. Let's see. looks pretty close, actually, what came out of there. I could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure that all of these mushroom type pins are key pins. Same with the standards, and then these little guys are drivers. I know this wasn't the exact bitting, and that's fine, because some of these might still be in use. It's actually a good thing that that happened. But, alright, so there's the Ace 1, and I'll give you a close-up of this just as it is. Let's hope I don't drop all of this. Make sure I get a good shot here. Alright, so that is what's in the Ace 1. A couple of spooled driver pins, a couple of standard driver pins, and then a couple of those rat tail driver pins. I know they still use those in the Ace 2, so I'm kind of surprised seeing all this in the Ace 1. But let's go ahead and get the Ace 2 open and see what's in there. Alright, so do this one first. I think these are going to be a little bit easier to get apart, I hope. Let's see if I get a handful of key pins again. Wow, that one stayed together. Cool. Alright, let's get this thing taken apart. And see how close I was to the bitting in the other one. Well, not bitting, but keying. Pinning. Yep. Missing a chamber. Alright. This is not going to be easy, not dumping everything at once. But I'm going to give it a shot. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, okay, that's why. Forgot it was offset. Oh, felt like one of them just popped out. Okay. It's a lot more annoying than I thought it was going to be, but that's alright. So I'm just going to go ahead and try to dump these things out. Come on, buddy. That's almost off of there. Okay, there we go. This thing really doesn't want to come off of there. No idea why. doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, honestly. I don't think there's much holding it on. Alright, I don't want this to take forever. Now I wanted to get a little bit of history about the ace locks before I did this, but I really couldn't find much about maybe why they switched from the ace to the ace 2. I know it had to do with security stuff, but I was really curious, but I really couldn't find any resources about it. The only thing I could find was some stuff about a lawsuit. Whoop, that pin shot out. When a locksmith recorded a bunch of their key codes and they sued him for it. Alright, so unfortunately I don't have the exact bidding here. Sorry about that. But I'm going to do my best. I have no idea what that one that shot out of there was. I probably wouldn't put those next to each other. Probably be something more like that. That. And oh, the guy that shot out was the other rat tail pin. Okay. So he's just going to look the same as that one there. And I was actually also very surprised to see that all the springs are the same. So that was one of the big things with these locks when they were getting impressioned all the time by Bic pens and things like that back in the early kryptonite days. Putting different strength springs in was a big security feature for these locks to stop them from being so easily impressioned. Even though these aren't all right, I'm moving them over just to make it a little bit more even there. Alright, here you go. So here is ace 1, ace 2. Man, this video got way long. Sorry about that. Side by side. And it looks like not much has changed. It's really interesting. The key pins still have the same mushrooming. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit more tapered in the ace 2. They still have the rat tails pins, still have the spools. All the springs are identical. This is really interesting. I was thinking that we were going to see some differences between these two. They picked very different. This one I got counter rotation on almost every chamber. It actually felt like I was picking spools. This one felt more like a standard tubular lock. I did feel the counter rotation in these two chambers, but it wasn't like this. Either way. Alright all. Thanks a lot. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Take care.